And About Productions presents Out and About on the Recumbents. We tried to ride to the Sacred Grounds Cafe, but we were foiled again due to massive road construction. July 25th, 2024. Ride low, ride slow. Let's go, ride recumbent. Hey, good morning. It's Thursday. I think it's like the 25th. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's right. And this is BJ and Joe out and about on the recumbents on a still rather smoky day here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We've got high pressure over Nevada, and that's forcing all the smoke from the Canadian and Oregon fires to us. So our air quality isn't too good. And as you can see, we have like massive street construction going on here. We actually had to jump on the sidewalk to get over here. Okay, oh, gotta go. I should have geared down. One more, there we go. So, so they let us sneak by on the sidewalk. So we're gonna see how far we can go, because this is oh, what is this? Cheyenne Boulevard, I believe. No, Cheyenne Road. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to switch this over. No, it is Cheyenne Boulevard. Okay. And we may not be able to go any farther than right up here, because it looks like they've got, you know, more do not enter crapzilla stuff over here. So, oh man, that's too bad. We wanted to go up the you know, up towards North Cheyenne Canyon here, which is another city park that's absolutely beautiful. It's great if you're, you know, hiking, and they don't really have much biking until you get to the top past Helen Hunt Falls, and then you're on the old Gold Camp Road, and that's all dirt. So, you know, there's a lot of mountain biking going on up there, and I think you can hook into trails and stuff. It says business open, so we're just going to keep going until somebody tells us to turn the hell around. And unless you know, there is another kind of a, well, like I said, this is Cheyenne Boulevard, and then just down that way is Cheyenne Road. But we're just gonna go, like I said, until somebody tells us to turn around, then we will. But we may not be. Oh boy, yeah, it's looking kind of bad. Let's see if we can get by here. Kind of surprising for a weekday. Not much going on. Yeah, I didn't hear any of this, you know, as far as construction goes. So we would pick the wrong day. But well, I don't know. I think it's looking pretty bad, folks. I think we're gonna have to bail. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to bail. They got cars blocking up here, so. Well, I guess we won't make it to the Sacred Grounds Cafe today. Although, I noticed there's a gold wing trike coming up this way, so I'm gonna see if he goes through. Where he turns. I don't see him, so maybe he stayed. I don't think it really goes anywhere straight, pretty much. Nah, he must have went. Oh, there he is. Okay, well, yeah, looks like pretty heavy construction, so we'll just kind of have to bail. Oh, darn. Well, now we got to figure out where we're going to go for our afternoon iced tea, or you know, our lunch iced tea. But I mean, actually it's not even late enough for lunch yet, so I think what we may have to do is go down here to Cheyenne Road. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, is we'll go down to Cheyenne Road. I don't like Cheyenne Road because it's very thin. It's not very wide, you know, and there's no bike lane. But the city has a real bad habit of destroying bike lanes come summertime, I'll tell you. Oh, gotta let this Goldwing go past. He looks like he might be delivering, you know, maybe be a, what do you call that, a DoorDash? Yeah, DoorDash or Grubhub or something like that, because he had a bag and he took it to a house. That's a pretty cool use of your motor trike. Man, I mean, to tell you, they got this one all messed up too. They're getting really carried away here. And got a couple more coming. And then we're going to have to jump out. Oh man, it's going to be rough because we're like in the ditch. Watch out, Joe! Ditch! Several ditches. Man. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. That was a huge hole. If I'd have hit that thing, I'd have been in big trouble. Well, okay. Guess we're just stuck. We're going to have to go down the middle here. I didn't realize they're going to have both streets all messed up. Jeez Louise. Well, they want to make sure these poor people that live over here in Ivywild don't get out at all. Well, since we're on Cheyenne Road, we'll probably just head down to Panera Bread. The only bad thing is we have to cross Nevada Avenue, which is no fun. Yeah, I guess we're just stuck. Man, this is bad. They say the road's closed ahead. That's crazy. How can you close off both main access roads at the same time? That's really nuts. Oh, this hurts. Yeah. Yeah, man, they're just, I don't know. I guess they're putting gutters all the way down it. That's crazy. I mean, this thing is all the way down. Man. This is just absolutely nuts. I'd love to get off of this, but I can't. Yeah, we had to move because we backed up traffic a lot, so let them get by best we can. We got one more coming. Yeah, sure didn't plan on this. Sorry, folks. Okay, here we go. Got a little bit of a clear spot, so yeah, I know technically, you know, we have the right, you know, right to the whole lane, blah, 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 but the speed limit's 30 and we're only running, you know, between 12 and 15, so that makes us really slow. Oh, man. I can kind of see why they're working on streets, though, because they're in brutal shape. I mean, they really are. Sorry folks, I had to switch hands here because I may have to gear down. Okay, we're going to turn that way. Try to get off this horrible road. Get over here on the creek walk. I guess eventually this is supposed to become, you know, an actual trail, but I don't know, you know, when that's going to happen. Probably somewhere way down the road. Well, it's like they have summer concerts here. They do that a lot at all the small parks, you know. This is nice looking though, you got to admit. Creek goes through. But right now this double wide path ends at a street over there. And what we usually do... Hey Joe, I want to take a run through here and see what's in here. See if we can find a place to get off. Ah, here we go. Yeah, because eventually they're supposed to have more stuff on the other side. So we got it. Crumble Cookies, Club Pilates, Orange Therapy Fitness, the Oak Barrel Wine and Spirits. Oh, I got a Marigold to go. Mod Pizza, Fuzzy's Tacos, Caparetti Sandwiches. Oh, and a dentist to Broadmoor. So, I think what we'll do... You want to go over to Panera?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, well, we're going to run you down to right here. This is Nevada Avenue, and it's pretty much a disaster. So we're going to shut her off. Okay, so stop right here. And Joe, I'm going to stop here. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, and we'll pick it up later. All right, bye for now. Okay, we're back. I didn't record a whole lot because it was, man, that whole side of town is just a mess everywhere. So and we had to get they blocked off the bike lane on Tejon, in a couple of places right there by the interstate exits and off ramps, or exits and on ramps. Here we go. And so we had to get out in the traffic and go play with the traffic. So one nice thing about having e-assist, we just, you know, dropped it up to level 3 and scooted. You know, it does help for that. We don't do that very often, but in that instance, I think it was absolutely worth it. Right now we're on the Shooks Run Trail. We're on the kind of the south end, and they have several little parks. This is one of them throughout the run through the neighborhood. But Shooks Run isn't the trail isn't complete. If you go across Fountain there, Fountain Boulevard, it will take you down to an old stone railroad trestle, and that's where it dead ends. One of these days, if they ever get Burlington Northern's cooperation, because that's who owns it, is Burlington Northern, they're going to you know, they're going to hook that to where it would supposedly go all the way to hook you into the Pikes Peak Greenway, which would really be great. I mean, that would be great. But Joe and I, you know, Joe's going to be 70 in December, and I'm going to be 69, dudes, in in August 5th. So that reference there was to a movie, an old movie called Wayne's World. Check it out. Funny as it can be. I may have to go down to Entertain Mart and buy it. I haven't seen it in years. It's hilarious. But yeah, this is one of the actual rail trails here in Colorado Springs. But I think it was like a short line, or maybe a narrow gauge. Howdy. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And yeah, so they've really redone this whole neighborhood down here. It used to be a ghetto. I'm seriously, it was a ghetto, you know, and it ain't got nothing to do with color. If you lived there, it was a ghetto, and you knew it, you know. Joe and I have lived in a couple of ghettos in our lives, you know. Places were really bad because we've never made a lot of money. Never. Even when we were both working at the same time, we never made a lot of money. So, yeah, it goes right along. I guess this is technically Shooks Run Creek. I don't know. I don't think it's Fountain Creek. It might be. It might just be, who knows. But like I said, they got little areas of picnic tables, and they, like I said, they cleaned up this neighborhood. They took out all the old ratty apartments and put in brand new apartments. The only thing about that is those new apartments are about 10 times more expensive than the old ratty ones. So there's a, you know, another place where they forced people out, you know, so they can get the wealthy people to move in, and they did. I guess until it gets to where there aren't any more wealthy people to move in, the city will just keep growing. It's insane. We're like, you know, 600,000 plus people now in 2024. And we graduated in 1973 from Whitefield High School, go Gladiators, and there was only 150,000 in the town at that time. It was a lot smaller. Yeah, I mean, everywhere we've gone, we ran into construction. I mean, it's just a constant thing. It's crazy. Well, they did say that there's 3 seasons in Colorado. You know, you have winter, you have fall, and you have construction. Man, they weren't kidding. Okay, let's see if I can get close enough. Turn the signal on. I doubt it. Maybe I'm gonna have to pop out though to do it. I still can't do it. Can you get that, babe? I thought I could, but I swear I used to be able to. I think they moved it. I'm gonna bring it clear out here. There we go. I don't know why, but sometimes I have a hard time getting my clips in. You know, we use the well, it's weird. They call it clipless pedals, and what they mean by that is they don't have the old-fashioned toe clips that you know, everybody used in the 70s and 80s. So now you don't have those toe clips, so they call it clipless. But really, it's not, because you clip in to your pedals. You know, the pedals come with one, you know, with one receptacle in your shoes. You put cleats on the bottom of them, and they click in. And if you set them, you know, set them just right, you don't have to worry about not being able to get out of them. And the wonderful thing about a recumbent tricycle is you never have to worry about falling over at a stoplight because you forgot to unclip. I guess they should actually call it uncleat. So they work really well on recumbent trikes. But I'll let you guys know, if you do get you know, the cleated shoes and pedals, okay, clipless as they call it, and you get really bad foot burn at the ball of your feet, you can do what I did. It's not real easy, but you can if you've got the right sole on the bottom of your shoe. You can basically move the cleat itself to the mid-arch position of your foot, and that way it takes the pressure off of the ball of your feet. Now see, not everybody needs that, because Joe doesn't need it. Joe can use the ball of the feet position and have absolutely no problems whatsoever. Okay, I need to move this if I can. Okay, there we go. Now it's braced against those weeds. Yeah, this I think it's just a guide wire. It's not electric because it's the wrong type of material. It's heavy braid. So I think it's just a guide wire, but it broke, I guess, in the winds. Now, we do get some pretty fierce winds here at times. But like I said, you can tell this goes, you know, right by a waterway because there's all kinds of green. And some of the area is pretty rough. You know, just like every trail we have, just about, you know, the homeless basically live right along the creeks. And, you know, I'm going to be blunt. I got no problem with that. You know, I mean, everybody's got to have a place to sleep at night. So if you want to throw down a tent, you know, that's fine. But please, come on, folks, pick up your trash. And, you know, if nothing else, just put it in a big pile so it's in one pile, not all over. And don't block the trail. That's used, you know, for bicycles and for walkers and dog walkers and everybody else. Morning. Yeah, it's still morning. Okay, got to get spinning here. There's another brand new apartment complex. But at least they were cool and they built a bridge so these folks could get down to the trail. That's at least, you know, they were thinking, you know, because if you cross this bridge here to my left, you you go up to Pikes Peak Avenue, and go ahead. And yeah, sometimes I just let the cars go ahead. Good morning.
Hi.
Ooh, pretty bike. Pretty helmet. Some of the kids' bike, yes, I know, they're Walmart junk, but you know what? Some of them are actually kind of pretty. Got good colors. They get a lot better colors than us adults. I gotta tell you, that's a major beef of mine. I don't know why, but for the last 10, maybe even 15 years, if you're a male, you go down to buy a bicycle, right? And you get white or you get gray. If you're lucky, they'll have a third choice and it will be black matte. Oh, and I hate matte. Absolutely hate matte finish. I'm sorry, but to me, it looks like we got a really bad bump here, folks, so be patient with me. I gotta go slow. I mean, this is a front end killer here. What I try to do is to stop so the because like I said, remember at a quarter of a turn to the cranks I get a little boost, and so I stop before the bump, and then I hope I was smart enough to put it in a low enough gear to make that quarter turn even though I'm going uphill, and let the e-assist help me over the bump with just that first little kick, you know, that it has, being a cadence sensing system, where I don't think Joe's does that, because she has a torque sensing system with hers. And you know, there's differences. The torque, the positive for the torque sensing like Joe has is that it's smoother overall. It's supposed to be more, you know, like your natural pedal kind of thing. Because for her to get a boost of anything, she pretty much has to pedal at least a whole revolution, and maybe a little more. Like I said, with my cadence sensing, quarter of a turn, I get the boost. And it doesn't matter what gear I'm in. I could be in, you know, technically I'm down to a 9 speed now from a 27, because I don't have a triple anymore because of the e-assist. And but I could be clear down in 8th, and if I can move the pedals or move the crank arms a quarter turn, this is the coolest signal here. They basically tell that lane there not to turn that way because bikes are coming and people are coming across. It's the only one like it in Colorado Springs, and I don't understand why. They should have that on every single major intersection in this town. Yes, I know it costs money, blah blah blah. I'm sure if you dug hard enough, you could probably find a federal or a public grant, you know, to do something like that, because you're increasing safety and micro mobility. Ooh, you like that word? That's a big That's a big catchphrase right now. Micro mobility. Dun da da. Yeah, it's funny. They love their catchphrases. The city, county, state, federal government, yeah, they're just about as bad as when I was in the military. You know, there's a little catchphrase or initials for everything in the military. There's Rocky Mountain Pace, good people. They took as good a care of my mom as she'd let them. I love my mom. Best mom on the planet as far as I'm concerned. And I mean, you know, all the way, I mean, it was pretty cool, you know, to live into your late 60s and your mom still be alive and your mom liking the same music that you did. Go ahead. Thank you. Have a good day. And see, some people are cool. You know, yeah, let me reiterate that. Not all auto drivers are bad. I mean, really. I would give the majority, you know, let's say 60 to 70%. At least try to do the rules, you know, and follow them. But you've got that 30 to 40, you know, that just don't care. It's their damn road, and they'll tell you that as they go by you and scream at you or throw a beer bottle at you or a half full soda or something like that, you know. See what I mean by all the green area? I mean, just little green open spaces, you know. Howdy. I like that shirt. Her shirt has Snoopy on it. It says, "I'll do it tomorrow." That's great. Like I said, right now we are on the Shooks Run Trail, and this used to be a railroad of some sort. I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't think it was like a major spur, you know, because the major spur is up north, the Rock Island Trail, and Shooks Run runs into it. I think this is like a spur trail that, you know, they pulled off materials and to bring them into the city. Because it does, although it's kind of a little bit on the eastern side of the city, it would be a good place to bring in materials and then turn around and go back up to the main line to get more materials off of the Rock Island Express. That's why they call it the Rock Island Trail, because it had the Rock Island Express. From Chicago to LA. All right, we've got a cool little bridge here. I'm gonna pick up this is another place where the e-assist really comes in great. The only reason I tell you this, guys, is because if you're on the fence about e-assist, get it. Get it. You don't have to use it. Use it exactly as much as you want, yeah, but it will do a couple of things for you. Number one, it'll help you get up hills and sharp inclines. And since I would venture, I don't know for sure, but I would venture that the median age for recumbent trike riders is probably 60 years old. Howdy. You just don't see a lot of the young folks, you know, on them, because, you know, they think, well, you know, they're handicapped or you know, they've got some sort of physical or mental problem. They've got balance problems, and they're going like, I'm 21 years old, I'm indestructible. Okay, that's off a old James Bond movie. You'll have to watch all 20 of them to be able to figure out where it is. But I'll give you a clue. It's golden. That's your clue. Okay, so we're gonna, technically you could go over there and do that little dirt trail, but then there's no real way to get across yet. They are supposed, you know, with all the other million things that they're supposed to build, to be, you know, cementing that in and putting a real lighted crosswalk from the other side. So for us, it's just as easy to drop off on the street here in front of the District 11 Administration Building. That's the main school district here in Colorado Springs. And pick up not only the other half of the Shooks Run Trail, but it's also a designated part of the Legacy Trail. And the Legacy Trail will eventually, if they ever get it completed, yeah, you've heard that a lot, haven't you? That's just the way it is. It was supposed to be a 10-mile loop trail that surrounded the city. Well, this was thought up by General Jackson Palmer, the gentleman who founded Colorado Springs, you know, like way back in the early 1800s. So, you know, Colorado Springs wasn't very big back then. But he wanted a trail system with this loop that would connect all the neighborhoods, so you would be, you know, you could find a easy access to a park for, you know, anybody that was in town. So yeah, that's what the Legacy Loop is. So this part of the Shooks Run Trail is also a part of the Legacy Loop. They call it Legacy Loop Trail. I just call it the Legacy Loop. As you can see, here's one of the official signs. And then they got these weird little metal signs that you're supposed to automatically know that means you're on the Legacy Trail. Well, if you're not from Colorado Springs, why would you know you're on the, why would you look at that thing and say, oh, you're on the Legacy Trail? Yeah, somebody's bright idea. Okay, hey, speaking of that, all right, let's check this guy out. All right, there's your little metal sign telling you that you are on the Legacy Loop. Yeehaw. The dogs don't like us, we better get going. But yeah, now you tell me, if you didn't know that from you know, Facebook or you know, maybe some sites you looked up, you know, to see what kind of trails there were in Colorado Springs, Colorado, USA, just in case we've got some over the pond folks. All right, we got to cross over the street here, make sure nobody's coming. Up and away. But yeah, so just so you'll know, we put on 13.5 miles. Our average speed is 8.8. The grade right now is 2.2. We've been out for an hour and 31 minutes. One thing that's really wacko about my unit is, well, it's supposed to be totally set, you know, for United States. But for some reason, the altitude comes out in metric. Because we're 6,000 feet plus, just a little bit. And it's showing 1851 on the elevation. So that has got to be, you know, that's got to be meters. Check out the cool little playground. And this is one of our favorite little places. We stop here quite a bit. This is the Good Neighbors meeting house. Yeah, it's kind of one of those places that has the ultra modern food, you know. So a lot of it we're not real interested in, but they do have some killer looking Belgian waffles and different types of, you know, stuff to go with them. And then they have these, you know, these strange bowls, you know. Let's see, here's another legacy loop. At least these you can figure out, oh, I'm on the legacy loop. But yeah, that does make it really hard. As soon as we find some shade, I'm gonna stop and check and see how much I got left. But yeah, you can see we're now on the older part of the Shooks Run, the old asphalt part. And like all our asphalt trails, they've developed cracks all the way across. Some of them aren't too bad. These 1-inchers, yeah, that's all right. But when they get up to 2 or 3, they're pretty rough. That's why I'm switching to I'm switching to Big Apple tires. You know, the balloon style tire by Schwabe. I would have loved to have been able to gone to Big Bend Pluses because they have a level 6 puncture protection, where the Big Apples only have a level 4. But the fenders that ICE builds for our trikes, we have ICE trikes, inspired cycle engineering from Great Britain. And they have a max fender width of tires that are 2.0. Well, sadly, they don't make any Big Bend Pluses or Big Apple Pluses in a 2.0. Give you a gratuitous Joe shot here. Wow. I'm getting so much reflection, I can't see anything. So we'll just have to keep going until I can get someplace to look at a little better. Ken, the first part of the video we had 14 minutes, and my camera's usually good for about an hour. Maybe not quite an hour, but close. Sometimes a little more. Okay, this is one of these, another one of these. There's a lot of weird little intersections on the Shooks Run trail. There really is. And this one I have tried to get the city to put some signage up here. I mean, the old bike route signs are, you know, they're absolutely dead. You know, the bike route was supposed to be before they put in trails, you know. But so far, the city has not obliged me to put in some signage saying, hey, you got to be like a chicken and cross the road to get to the other side of the trail. Well, it is, it's about 11, almost 11:20, and we're probably not going to be out much longer because it's supposed to hit a scorching 92 today, and at 6,000 feet, anytime you get in the 90s, here's a bump. That's a good 2-incher. Yeah, you can see how much it makes the camera deflect. The only good thing about it is that when I started doing YouTube's videos, you know, to have a YouTube page, I don't have any money, so I couldn't run out and, you know, buy a, I think at the time it would probably been a GoPro 7 or 8. So, you know, I scoured the Facebook sale site, and I found a, you know, an old GoPro original for like, you know, $25. Picked it up, used it for a while, got a killer deal on a GoPro 2. Paid it a little more than I probably should for the GoPro 3. And then my daughter and son-in-law sent me his old GoPro 3 Plus. So I gave the 3 to Joe to use as the photo cam. And All right. Well, I was going to be nice. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to be nice to the mail guy, and this guy just had to be a jerk. Because there's some people, man, I mean to tell you, they're just, you know, they won't cut anybody any slack at all. You know, you better yield to them, you know, because they're special. Somehow, you know, somehow they got special branding. Oh, yeah, see, I mean, you can hear those bumps, man, listen. See, that's a 1-incher. Those aren't too bad. Yeah, like I said, the 1-inchers aren't too bad. But here's a, yeah, clunk, clunk, you know. Okay, guy, you need to move over. Howdy.
Morning.
Now we're getting up in our neighborhood. I'm going to stop over here in the shade and see if I can manage to see how much time I've got. Oh boy. Yeah. Looks like my battery's just about toast, but I still got almost 30 minutes of card. Well, Joe was smart. She stopped. When I stopped, she got a drink of water. I'm gonna do the same thing. Because it is hot today. Okay, well, I think what I'll do is just go till the, you know, until it beeps off, because when the battery's gone, it just beeps off. And like I said, we're still on the Shooks Run Trail. And we'll see if the battery will make it to the end. There's another one of those little metal signs. You think they'd have a little printed sign to go with it, you know? But they don't. It's funny. I said we're getting over into our neighborhood now. This is kind of the old North End Bon area, B-O-N-N, or Bonnieville, as they like to call it, section of town. We really like this section of town because it's older, the homes are smaller, but it's got, you know, we're lucky. We have a lot of nice amenities. You know, we got a Safeway store, got Helos bicycle service over there. He's an independent, and we've got one of our favorite places to go during the summer months is the Tasty Freeze Drive-In. Let's stop here for a minute, Joe. We need to talk. Okay, it's 11:30. So how much longer do you want to be out? Starting to get pretty warm.
Yeah. I think we probably should head in because the heat's already starting to get to me.
Yeah, I know. With this smoke, it doesn't help either.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I know it'd be really early to eat the snack, but we could stop here, get some tea, and eat the snack.
Yeah.
Or we could just go on. What do you want to do?
Let's just go on. We'll eat the snacks at home.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so we're not going to stop at the Tasty Freeze drive-in. Mainly, you know, we get out earlier, you know, so we can try to beat the heat, but, you know, by 11 o'clock, man, the heat's already here. You know, it's already jumped up, and it's just going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. So, and with this heavy smoke from the wildfires, this is the Tasty Freeze drive-in right here. Hello. Great little place. Great little place, man. They actually have, you know, they'll have concerts, little concerts here once a month, and burgers are good. The hot dogs are killer. They make great hot dogs because they actually put a tiny bit of butter on the bun and actually, you know, cook the bun on the grill. Oh man, good stuff. And they do make some really, really good chili cheese fries. Yes, I know. That is an evil food that is never supposed to touch Joe's lips. Well, sometimes you just have to be evil. Okay. Yeah. Hope you enjoy all my little sound effects. Yes, I am a goof. Ask my wife. We've been married for, in October 3rd, we'll be married for 44 years. How that poor woman has put up with me for 44 years, God bless her soul, I don't know. If I had to put up with me, I would have shot me by now. Oops, I might have just given her an idea. So, I love you, dear. There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna just go up to here, and basically where Shook's Run ends, and the Rock Island Trail, which is a east-west trail, would pick up, and eventually, don't you, man, that's a word when it comes to the trails here in our town. Eventually, they will have the new Rock Island connector all finished. It ain't got much to go. All finished, and then we'll just be able to turn onto the connector and head straight for home. Man, it will be so nice when they get it done. So we'll stop here in the shade. Not right here, but up here in this shade, because people can see us from coming and going. Okay. All right. So we're going to stop here, and yeah, basically right where that road work ahead sign is, that's going to be the new connector trail. You take that to your left, that takes you all the way down, or will take you all the way down to the Pikes Peak Greenway, and you'll pass our apartment complex just before you have to cross over the railroad tracks if you want to go north on the Pikes Peak Greenway. You'll miss them if you go south, but our apartment complex is just at the entrance, basically on the left side. So as you go by, wave. You never know.
Maybe we'll wave back.
We look out the window a lot, so yeah. All right. So, like I said, thanks for coming along for the ride, man. Always appreciated. We'd love it if you'd leave us a big thumbs up. Or hey, if you got a problem with the video, the thumbs down. But leave us a comment either way. especially on a thumbs down, because we can't try to fix something if we don't know what the heck is wrong. And we will at least try. There's some things we're limited on, you know, we're limited on money, equipment, that kind of thing. So, you know, but you never know. Maybe you've got an idea that we don't know. Leave a comment, because I always try to respond to everybody that leaves a comment on the page. If you want to be notified of our next video release, basically on the YouTube page itself, okay, is a little bell logo. Click on that bell logo and you'll be notified automatically when we put out a new video. All right.
Hey, good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Morning.
Morning. All right. So, remember, it's enough to be on your way. It's enough just to cover ground. It's enough to be moving on. So from BJ and Joe Ondo, out and about on the Recumbents, give you the na view of Joe there. And that's it for today's ride. Hope you guys are getting in some rides, and hope you guys don't have all this forest smoke. All right. Till next time, happy trails.